Hey guys, my name is Obi and I'm part of a Minecraft build team for the latest upcoming MMO RPG for Minecraft, and without further ado, welcome to Aurafall.
Awesome. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get started here. On today's episode, we're going to be doing another interview with Roadkii here. How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, doing all right with your ham head here.
Ham O'Brien. It's
Ham O'Brien. Ham O'Brien. Awesome.
Joke.
So anyway, what do we got going on here, man? Kind of show me around here. What you got going on here, dude?
Okay. Well, so this entire town is called Ebris, or Eborus.
Ebris.
I'm not sure how Joe wants to pronounce that. I like Ebris better.
I think it's Ebris.
Yeah, Ebris Fields, because of the giant wheat fields.
Right.
I prefer just Ebris. It's what the cool kids say. But
who knows? Maybe it'll be an accent thing.
An accent, yeah, an accent. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
I'd love to. I'd love to do that. But so, I guess there's not really much to say about the buildings. Your Cartwright's amazing.
Oh, this thing, this whole thing, I don't know.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, it's all right.
It's so good that it makes everything else I've done over here look like crap.
Oh man, we can retexture. I don't know. There's this big giant thing in the background that I'm staring at that just kind of like towers over and just dwarfs this thing.
Shh. Get into that. I didn't even texture that much either, so But yeah, so now I have to go back and retexture everything, or actually texture it. Some things I didn't even bother. So then it's pointy, kind of diagonal house. Warlock did one over here. This is his. Then I kind of did one, and then it looked terrible. And then Joe kind of helped me out, and then I kind of finished it up.
I'll be honest with you. I'm terrible with diagonal builds.
It's a lot of fun. I don't really like doing them. I like the end product. The ends justify the means.
Yeah, the final product.
Them, but they're worth doing, I guess.
It's the same thing.
Looks really good. I'm really happy with it.
It's the same thing with me for roofs. I hate doing roofs. This one here I think looks really good on the Cartwright, but I absolutely hated every minute of building that roof.
Put a lot of stuff into there.
Yes. That's actually something.
It's like a thick cake roof. It's like it's caked on with different stuff.
Well, my kind of means behind that, and I was actually going to talk about that in my next video, which actually might come out before this video, so we'll kind of see how that rolls. But my explanation for that, if anybody is curious in that, is kind of back in the day, they didn't really have an exact set of materials that they would be using. I mean, they just kind of slapped this stuff together.
Yeah.
They would just, whatever they had, that's what they used. So that's kind of my meaning for just the different blocks and the different textures. Not only that, I think it looks really good, just how meaty it is, rather than just kind of being a very thin build. And I'm doing that over there. I'm just going to kind of show this product here because, again, this is probably going to be coming out after my meatery build, but
spoilers.
So this will be after the meatery, but you guys can see it in the background. It's not finished yet, but it's kind of funny because you guys will see the meatery episode before this one. So,
and here, I thought this was my interview.
Anyway, let's get back on with you, man. What are you working on here?
Okay, well, so I'm kind of just doing odd jobs. So I guess the background for Ebris is when we were doing the plot world, I made this really great plot. It was a giant beehive. You had a giant bee in there and a bunch of giant killer bees with skulls on them.
Oh, I remember that.
It was great. I liked it a lot more than this one. So then the reception for the B plot, wasn't great. So I made the A plot. I didn't get it, and then
Right.
so this is basically like a giant. It's a city made into a temple, kind of. I call it like a chantry or something. Like I wrote lore for it originally. I want to say I started off making like just a regular temple, like a nice pristine one. Then as I started making it, I'm like, wait a second, this is really boring. I kind of hate this.
Right.
So I basically just made the shell of like a temple, with like a dome and all, and then I just kind of slowly started making it look like crap. Well,
quick question,
like
real
it's been through
fast.
crap, obviously, but
Real fast, quick question. Is this the cake? Is this the cake texture?
this is the cake.
Okay. I have not seen the cake, and it kind of caught my eye, and I was like, what is that?
Yeah, at first glance, I might not get it. If I didn't like place it there myself, I wouldn't have known it was cake.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this texture.
I don't know. It looks like it's like a turd cake.
Right.
It's a turd cake,
Yeah.
man.
I could see it being some kind of fungus.
All right. Well, anyway, let's kind of move on in here to the giant dome thing that you got going on here, man. This is a lot.
Yeah. So I'm not very good at large builds. But the thing about this place was it's basically just a bunch of small builds in one large build. So it kind of worked out for me. I don't really like doing the grunt work. So, it kind of freed up a lot of the texturing. You can see there's a lot of houses like attached to the walls and stuff. I kind of like that Tudor style house. It's like wattle and daub, I think, is the wall. It's like this kind of it's like some kind of dirt mixed with like stone. You see it in England all the time.
Right. Not necessarily like a clay, but it's more of
it's
like I'm trying to think of the name of it.
For it a while ago, but
it's not necessarily a mortar, but I'm trying to think of. It's like a mud.
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of dirt and wattle. Like I believe it's why the White Cliffs of Dover are white. Like it's that kind of that dirt they have in Britain and stuff. But then I took a lot of inspiration from that for the houses. That's just kind of like my favorite style. And then up here, you kind of have the shanty town. And I love the shanty town. I called it the name for it I have is Helletville. Yeah, I like history a lot, and like the Helots were like this kind of slave class in Sparta, and Helletville, Hooverville. You can kind of see the inspiration there. But so the houses are kind of like, you ever see like a bird's nest under a bridge, and it's like this thing of like mud and stuff. Yeah, so it's basically that. It's like
it's an interesting design, that's for sure. Oh man, that ham head is really. If you get in close, hold on, I gotta get this shot again. Like if you get in close on this thing, man, oh my god, that is. It looks honestly.
The bone is an eye.
Yeah, well, to be honest, and I hope there's no children watching this, but it looks like a giant butthole, like right up on it, like a giant white. Just wrecked him.
we are playing Minecraft, you know this one.
Yeah, so that's why I tried to keep it. A dog's face. oh shit! That's good. That's good. Oh shit! Need to watch my language, but anyway, let's continue.
But yeah, so there's all kinds of shops I have here. The most interesting one was I have these like cabbage farms.
Mm-hmm.
But before we changed to medieval, we were using Beyond the Lands, and Beyond the Lands had these cool creepers that were kind of like bushes, and that you could see through them a little bit. They're kind of opaque. So I would use the creeper heads as like these kind of cabbages, and it was so cool at the time, really novelty. And I'd put signs up. Obviously, the signs didn't keep because we had to transport from Java and stuff. But signs to say, free cabbage guaranteed not to explode, or something like that.
Right. Just
hilarious. I loved it.
Going back to your dog anus comment, like real quick, because that cracked me up. Like it's got me chuckling on the inside here. It got me thinking. I was like, I wonder how many people are going to comment on the dog's anus. And you know what? Just throwing this out there, guys. Anybody that comments on the dog anus, I will mention you in the next video. I'll give you a shout out. Yeah, straight up shout out.
The first one.
Oh yeah.
I came up with.
So shout out for Roadkii for being the first dog's anus.
Yeah. Dog anus numero uno. But I guess I love the scaffolding too. It's great.
It's very interesting. I could imagine like kind of strolling down this and like, because I get vertigo. I don't do heights in real life. So like even on video games like
great.
this makes me like nervous. Like it kind of makes me queasy.
Yeah, and you see that pit down there?
Yeah, I know.
That goes all the way bedrock.
What's with the pit?
The pit is it's actually, so like I said, I wrote lots of lore for this place. I don't know if any of it's gonna keep, because I'm not Joe. Joe has his own lore to stand by. But essentially this is like a mix of I called it the undercroft, like your traditional burial chambers kind of. But basically, this place was originally a temple, and a place where we bury dead. But obviously, there's probably going to be it's going to be more of a sewage system, right? Like there's no sewage. Obviously, it's not modern day. There's no toilets, so they're probably just going to throw their crap down in the hole.
Okay, so they're just basically, this is just one giant crap hole then, like just feces heap down here.
And I say it's actually probably going to lead to like a small little point of interest. Like there's a ton of secrets I want to like throw in here. Just neat entry stuff. It's like so dense for a build. There's so many interesting things. Like here, I'll show you over here. So over here you got runs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. I like how your feet stick out too. How do I get out of this thing? Okay.
Like
there you go.
Right trigger. Yeah. And so this place is kind of the again, I said I was taking inspiration from Sparta, and Sparta actually had like two kings. Well, two monarchs, I guess. So my idea was there's like two royal families. And, like one tower would be theirs, and another would be someone else's. This
is pretty interesting. I don't know if you did this on purpose or if this was just the changeover, but is this some kind of like a money room, or because that straight up looks like gold? Like if you catch it from like a
so they're supposed to be gold plates, right? I mean they're royal, so
okay.
And then the gold texture, it looks like just straight up gold, but it actually looks really cool as like just for like maybe if we're gonna throw in loot rooms and stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because I didn't even know that was a thing, and I had I don't know if you saw the previous, well, not the previous episode, the Cartwright episode. I had the like little storeroom that he used for like his money and stuff, and this would have been perfect to kind of throw in there.
Sorry, I'm roasting my ham.
There you go.
Okay, and then I guess I'll just speed through these rooms.
Mm-hmm.
They're just bedrooms. They might have some interesting stuff in them. Who knows? This is kind of an interesting bed design. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like that covering over it. So, this room I particularly love.
Mm-hmm.
You come up here, you can see an entire map of the world.
Right.
If you're looking right.
Okay, I see it.
I hope people are smart enough to see it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So if you're looking at it from right here,
I even tell them the directions on the side. Like, you can see a red arrow is right here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's north.
Mm-hmm. So we've got
to the positioning of
spawn kind of like right in here, and then I think
so
Solace is right up here.
Spawn is like, well, no. So the spawn is like around right here. I didn't really mark it, but the buttons are like mountains, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Solace would be this little red thing.
Oh, okay. Solace is right here.
Yeah. So it's kind of a little north. And this one would be Valen, kind of almost completely opposite of Solace. And then the little red torch would be where we are now, Everest.
Mm-hmm.
The big old temple thing.
Right. And just so you guys know, this is a pretty large map. I know this doesn't do it complete justice. It actually looks really good, but overall, it's a pretty large map. It's pretty spread out.
Yeah, no, it's not to scale.
So, definitely not to scale. But...
well, yeah, the whole map is 5 by 5.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really spacious. It gives you a lot of room to breathe and kill each other.
God, could you imagine? That would be a bloodbath.
Let's see, what else can I talk about? Ooh, the blacksmith. I love the blacksmith.
Oh, this is interesting. I like how it's just kind of out here on the edge here.
He's kind of got a, okay, it kind of broke with the... A lot of the fences don't really work anymore just because
the port over.
The transport from... Yeah, the port over. This was originally a, like, the blacksmith would have like a little pulley system for pulling up water, for cooling his swords and stuff.
Okay.
This puddle is kind of a little pathetic right now.
Just slightly.
You can see you can see the edge of the plot was like right around here.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't extend it any more than that. And even the flag right here is cut off.
Oh wow!
I haven't fixed that yet. Yeah, it used to kind of flow. Now it's just kind of cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I could go into the dome, but
now the backside back here with the really tall towers. What was your inspiration for this?
I saw my inspiration for it was definitely Majestic's chateau, like the way he did it, those pointy roofs. Like I'm not really great with towers, so I definitely wouldn't have been able to make these if it wasn't for that.
Right.
So shout out to him.
And then who did the windmill over here?
I don't actually know. I'm fairly certain Joe pulled that over from an older map.
Okay. It looks really good.
You can kind of see it because...
Yeah, I was about to say the textures definitely need to be updated.
Yeah. Like you can see it was definitely meant for a different texture pack.
I think this may have been, if I'm not mistaken, this was either Gen 2 or 3 when we were using the Skyrim pack.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. This looks familiar.
That texture pack.
Yeah, through most of Gen 2 and then part of Gen 3. And then Gen 3, we used the Greek mythology pack for like a few days. And then we ended up switching over to the natural texture pack.
Yeah, I like the natural. Greek kind of sucks. Skyrim would be good if it, was, not so horrible to use in survival.
Yeah, it was. I mean, for one, the sheeps look like aliens, so.
Oh, they look like Draugr, right? Or
Yeah, I don't know, but I remember playing it like when it first came out, and I had like a pin full of them, and my wife walks in, and she occasionally watched me play. She's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "That's a sheep." And she's like,
God, what is
"Yeah."
that?
She was like, "Kill it," and I was like, "No, I need its wool." And she was like, "Well, it's hideous."
I'm seeing a resemblance. It looks just like you.
Yeah, right. So,
how often does your wife grill you?
Pretty often. Pretty often, yeah.
That's marriage for you.
Oh yeah. I love my wife.
Say
though.
single kids.
So, especially if you want to play video games,
Yeah.
which is coming from a YouTuber. But oh, this looks good. Somebody updated this, and
I've been tampering with it, I guess.
That doesn't look bad. Is it?
That was also one ported over from another gen.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
I'm
gen
just-
2, I think.
I'm just talking about this right here. I don't know. Somebody updated the glowstone that I had out here.
Oh yeah, that was me. I
Okay.
did that.
Is
we
that
were working on this banner over here?
Mhm.
Me and Warlock, and I was like, "Oh, those beacons look kind of nice." So I just threw one over there because I knew you had like a thing of glowstone.
Oh, it works out fine. I actually like it really well.
Yeah.
So, and then
Well, when we have those lanterns, we'll replace them with that.
Mhm. Oh yeah, definitely. I did a lot inside this build of the hidden glowstone technique. Like for instance, right here, you'll notice one out of place carpet. So, yeah, pretty much anywhere because these redstone.
You do one like under the. What is this called? Like kettle?
Oh yeah.
Pot?
Pretty much anywhere that I
Cauldron?
have the redstone torches, because I'm not using those matchsticks, like I refuse. So I've been using the redstone torches, but anywhere that I have one of these, there is generally, for the most part, glowstone hidden somewhere near them. So, I mean, and you can even tell, like, so for instance, right here, check this out. Boom. Look at that. Never know it's there. So,
Secret agent glowstone.
Basically, I just figured it was a good way to keep these areas lit without giving away aesthetic.
I don't know. I'm definitely feeling claustrophobic in here.
Oh yeah, that's the
I love
point.
it. Yeah.
So, is this the first time you've been in?
No. I've been in here a couple times. I like to look at the competition.
So, man, I'm not gonna lie. That from a distance, the meteor is actually coming out quite well. I wasn't too sure about the roof at first, but it looks pretty good from a distance.
Yeah, it's looking good. Good competition for Warlock.
Oh yeah, I mean you saw the last video. I told them there was gonna be some competition.
Yeah,
So.
I saw that. Yeah, trying to rip on him.
But so yeah, but I mean honestly though, this is looking really good. There's a lot of stuff that we have to finish in this area. And then of course I'll go back through if you want and kind of retexture some of these to blend them in a little bit with some of my stuff so it doesn't stick out so much.
Yeah, I love texturing, but I also hate texturing.
So yeah, as long as I'm not stepping on any toes and you guys are cool with it, I'll go through and just kind of mess with this a little bit.
Fuck it, go nuts.
So, but is there anything else that you want to add before we wrap this up?
Rum ham.
You lost me.
Yeah, that's it. You never seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I've seen a couple episodes. I just
like,
remember the one where the guys
Danny
got.
DeVito's.
Yeah,
Always,
I remember.
He's got a rum ham.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I just remember the one episode where like the guy keeps pooping in the bed and he's like, "Got turd." So that's the only episode that I remember.
He's like, I did it. What? Turds are funny.
So, oh man, I didn't even see this part back here. This is pretty cool. I like this little nook back in here.
Yeah, believe it or not, I haven't really touched up anything. This is all from the plot world.
Yeah, and so you guys know, like, if you guys keep mentioning us, hear us mentioning, we had in between the generations because we knew that the Windows 10 version was going to be coming out, so we kind of stopped production on the last gen of Aurafall, and then we ported over everything that we had, not everything, but the majority of what we had previously built, and he had opened up a plot world for us to kind of mess around with. Until he could get this one up on Realms and get everything going. But a lot of the stuff that he ported over, if it was like half slabs or fences, for example, some of the pieces are missing. So that's why some of this stuff looks kind of funny.
Everything looks funny.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a dozen fences that are missing.
Oh yeah.
So all the banners kind of like odd, but yeah. I'll work on it.
But yeah, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely drop us a like and leave us any kind of comments that could help us with future builds. If you guys have any ideas or if you're thinking something needs an update on color, definitely let us know and we'll see if we can implement that in. But until next time, this is Obi signing out.